guys, today I'm going to be planning the week of May 23rd in my So Much Crafting A5 inserts, which is what I use for my work planner in this Filofax. So I'm going to go ahead and pop these out. Okay, and I don't know if it'll show up on camera, but last week I used an ultra fine Sharpie at the end of the week, and I do have a little bit of bleed through. It happens, oh well, even So Much Crafting inserts aren't totally infallible. So for this week's kit, I'm gonna be doing something a little different. I am going to be trying to use up some leftovers. So I'll show you what I have. It's kind of a mismatch of stuff. I have these from last week's Plan With Me, which I'll link below. It's not So Much Crafting, Scribble Prints Co. Vintage floral, and here, like, I have, this is probably the most of decorative stuff that I have, so I'll be pulling in from this, I think, again. And then I have leftover from a Scribble Prints mini kit, some checklists, some dots, some headers, an ombre heart checklist, and like one random piece of washi. I don't know why I saved that in retrospect. I'm gonna stick that on here, throw this sheet out, and that was from, it was like the hot air balloon. I forget what it was called. Maybe Serendipity kit, mini kit that I used. I also have, again, leftover from a spread I did in my personal inserts. I have this from Glam Planner. I have a few half boxes. I have some more full boxes. And I have like one big piece of washi, and then the headers, this is probably where I'm going to be able to pull in some headers, because I don't have them in any of my other stuff. So kind of a mismatch here. I do have plenty of other leftovers as well, so I'm going to be doing another spread like this, not too far in advance, and a lot of those are like May colored, so I think they'll all go together pretty well. So, but here it is going to be a little bit of like a mismatch. It'll be kind of, you know, all over the place, but I think it's good. I think it's good to do spreads like this to kind of clear out what I have left. You know, it's like, I don't want to hang on to stuff for too long. So I am going to use, I don't even know if I'm going to end up using that much from Scribble Prints. We'll see. So I am going to use these headers from the Glam Planner to start, and I'm going to put these down. I'm going to do my to-dos on the top like normal. And the reason I had so many headers left from this kit is I did do that spread. I think it was her boho spring kit. I did it in my personal So Much Crafting inserts, and in that I don't really use any headers or really little things. I use some little things, but I don't use headers. And obviously they're a lot smaller, so I never use as many full boxes or things like that. So, you know, so I ended up with some leftover, which is good because then I can use them here. Okay, there are the to-dos. I think what I'm trying to decide, do I want to do these checklists, or I do have these left over from Glam Planner. Normally in my work inserts though, I like to have a little bit more white space. But I do have this issue this week where I had the stuff bleed through, so I think I will go ahead and use these. And again, I had these left over because I just really don't use long checklists in that personal planner. I'm glad I feel bad using like full kits in that personal planner for this reason. Like I just don't end up with, or I end up not using the full kit and I feel bad, but so I'm glad I'm getting to use it here. I'm gonna pull in, do this. Because otherwise it would go unused. Okay, so my to-dos are down. Next I'm gonna do the today section. I'm gonna use these Glam Planner headers again. And then I'm gonna leave the today section blank for now. I'll come back to that. And then I wanna do my little things section. And I'm debating actually if I wanna even use this. I think the yellow just really doesn't show up that well. And this I just kind of use as like open, like I just kind of write a bunch of different stuff in there. So I'm actually leaning towards knot, and then just putting the full boxes kind of close to the top, and then I'll use some stuff at the bottom to kind of fill that in. I think that could work. So in terms of full boxes, I have all of this left. I think I am gonna use this navy one. I might skip the green because I'm not sure it fits, but I think I'll use the navy one in the middle. So yeah, I'm gonna put it up towards the top of this, and then hopefully I can cover this bottom part with like a half box kind of overlaid. I think you guys have seen below, like last week I did these 3/4 checklists or 3 heart checklists, and I'll do that again, either checklists or whatchamacallit, or half boxes. I have to decide. I think I'm gonna save the quote because I just don't want to cover it. I'm gonna put this here. Use this white one. Again, I don't know if this all goes perfectly, but I think it works. And then this blue one here. Okay, so there's kind of my little things section without it actually being little things. Before I do the bottom, I think I'm gonna do the sidebar first because I'm not totally sure what I'm gonna do on the bottom yet. Well, actually, maybe I better figure that out. So also in my kit leftovers, I had these from Nicole Alexia Designs, and it has these 3 heart checklists. I think I'm gonna go ahead and use those here just for this bottom piece. And kind of similar to what I did last week, I'm gonna fill in the bottom with washi. I don't know if I have like a washi that goes perfectly and will allow me to use up more of this. So I'm gonna put this piece towards the bottom and then fill, and then I'll put the 3 heart checklist on top of it. And I think that'll work out pretty well. Okay, I think that works. The only thing I don't love is that the colors kind of poke through the Nicole Alexia Design stickers, but it's not a crisis. So I got to use up a lot of those, which is great. And then next I am gonna do what I call my sidebar. Of course, as I always say in here, I like to use the weekend as like a sidebar or like dashboard section to drop stuff because I use this as my work planner and I work just a Monday through Friday job. So I want to use this quote box, and then of course I want to have like some room for check like you know, must do's and like next week, that kind of thing. So I think first I'm gonna white out these numbers so it doesn't show through. This sticker is pretty transparent, or not transparent, it's pretty light colored, so I think things could show through if I don't white it out. So I'm just gonna do that. And then I am gonna put this at the top, just for like a little deco kind of. Okay, and then I wanna do I'm gonna do this work sticker from Glam Planner. And use one of these last checklists. I'm gonna do the green. And I am gonna white out this as well so it doesn't show through this date. Okay, that looks great. And then I'm gonna put a piece of washi just to break it up. I'll use this pink one. And then I am gonna put some washi on the bottom as well. So I'm gonna take some of this navy and put this down here. before I forget. I think that looks fine. So I want to do like kind of just a little list, and then I want to do a next week section. So I do have this left, but that's like a pretty big list. Huh. I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna grab this other sticker. Put that down there. I could cut it in half, but I do kind of like being able to see well, let's try that. We're trying out different stuff this week. This is a bit of a weird plan with me anyway, huh? I'm gonna cut this in half. I'm gonna put this one in the other. And then I'm gonna take a next week header. I need a little more washi. There's that. And then does this cover the seam so that you can't tell? Yeah, that looks fine, right? That's okay. It's not amazing, but it's not terrible. Okay, neat. So used that up, and then now I need to do kind of fill in my little things section and my today section. So let me get organized. Okay, so first up, I want to do my water bottles like I always do in my little things section. I have these from Planner Kate left over in February monthly colors. So I'm just going to go ahead and put these down. And then I want to put a reminder on Monday that I actually have a work happy hour that night, and I think I'm going to be driving a coworker. So I need like... I guess I could do this yellow. I just feel like there's not a ton of yellow in this spread, so I don't know that I want to bring it in now. What else do I have? I have these little things left over from the Nicole Alexia Designs kit, and actually I'm just going to use this one with the car icon already on it to note that I might drive her. So I'm going to grab that, and then on Monday, I also want to put a note that that morning I'm working from home. I think I'm actually going to grab one of these half boxes for that. I'm working from home because we have an appointment. I'm going to grab that half box, and then I want like a home icon. I have one on here, but that's like a little, I ended up not really using those colors. Well, here's the Nicole Alexia Designs. There's this little one. And I think that'll have to do. I could pull out multicolored items, but I think I'm trying to use up what's in these kits, so might as well use that. So I'm gonna put this little home icon here, just to note that that is happening. And I think that might be it in terms of reminders. I'm gonna double check my schedule. Okay, and so that's the only thing I really needed to note in that section. Now I wanna do my today section. I like to use like little asterisks and dots to note. So I do have some of these left over from Nicole Alexia Designs. I also could use like, I could use like these mini checklists and these from Scribble Prints to note like the number of meetings I have that day. I might do that instead because I don't have a ton of the dots left. I do have a few from Scribble Prints, but again, the colors don't work spectacularly, and I don't have anything on the Glam Planner one that would work. So I think I'm gonna do that, and I'll do that sped up, and then I'll come back and show you guys what that looks like. Okay, so there is the today section with all those little checklists. I just kind of did number of hearts in a given day that I had number of meetings. And so now just to finish it up, I do have this leftover deco from Glam Planner, so I figured I'd just use that because it's pretty. So I'm gonna kind of place all of this and then I'll show everything kind of all finished out. I also have this little sampler from Glam Planner, and I'm going to use this up as well because I think it goes well with this kit. This is matte, but that doesn't really bother me. I like this bunny, even though it's not Easter. A little bunny on a Friday, never hurt anybody, right? Okay, that is super cute. I really like that. I think the kits kind of blended together well. I don't think it's super obvious that it's like 3 different kits, leftovers. I like it a lot. So now I'm gonna go ahead and fill in what I know and pop it back in my Filofax, and I'll come back and show you guys the finished product. Okay, so here's everything back in my Filofax. I kind of filled in what I know. Sometimes I leave my meetings blank in the second half of the week, but like my Thursday's so crazy that I wanted to have it written down already. And I filled in just some of my tasks, but I need to like sit down and tomorrow morning and kind of plan out really what I need to get done for the week. So this is kind of filled in. Let me go ahead and show you what I did use up. I used up the rest of those Glam Planner full boxes, which was great. It was nice to use those. And then I did use pretty much all of the heart checklist from that kit as well. I used up a lot of the headers from that boho spring kit, but I still do have some little things and kind of, so I might hang on to this and combine these headers with like another spread maybe. And then for the Scribble Prints Co. Serendipity kit, I didn't really use too much there, just a couple of the checklists, so I will hang on to this. And then for, and then also for the boho spring, I have a couple of half boxes left, so I'll probably hang on to those as well. And for the Scribble Prints Vintage Floral, I pretty much used up the rest of that deco. I have some washi left, but it's not really enough for me to justify hanging on to it. And then finally, I still have a lot left on the Nicole Alexia Designs kit, although I did use up those bottom checklists. Oh, and then I do have this big piece of washi as well. So still plenty to go. Still plenty leftovers left from my leftover spread, and I'm definitely gonna do another one of these soon because I have more May stuff left over. Let me know if you guys like this, if it's useful to you to see how to kind of combine kits to have leftovers. I think it works really well when you do it within a season. So like all of this was kind of spring colored, so that worked out pretty well. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with this, how this came out. Let me know if you guys liked it below and give this video a thumbs up if you did like it, and go ahead and subscribe if you want to see more Plan With Me's and especially leftovers Plan With Me's. So thanks for watching, guys. Bye.